Alright, hello everyone. I'm making some quick choices here because before I go into EQ, I should probably feel like I have things finalized when it comes to Prestige for the month. I would need to buy these, even though I would need to get... Yeah, I'm just not gonna worry about that. Grab the sigil thing real quick, that doesn't matter. Um... But yeah, I'm gonna quickly see, is there anything that I want to do for Prestige right now? So, with that in mind, I'm gonna pull up real quick the PI list in the background. Okay. So, I have High Evolutionary, Onslaught, Yelena, all max. I have Dark Phoenix, I have Beefeaters. I don't have Infamous Iron Man, Shathra, Silver Surfer. I think I'm okay with those for the moment. I've got Quicksilver. Probably should take up Zemo. Bullseye is high enough, though. Maybe that's the call, because I was just saying the other day. We are going into an Invade meta. Both Zemo and Bullseye are stupid with Invade. I just took up Prowler, I just took up Jane. Those both helped. What does Lizard Sig look like? I could also max out Dracula, but his Sig doesn't scale super well, so that would kind of make me twitch. Maybe it's time to max Lumitrix? Mantress is up there. You know what I should be doing first is comparing to, like, who can I actually pass? Hey, Elijah. Jaden, welcome. Okay, so this is my top bit. So I'm looking for... I can easily pass Scroll. Can pretty easily pass Viv, Atuma, and Tigra. Probably gets a little harder around Shocker. I guess Shocker's lower than I thought. Shocker's actually below Yondu. I didn't clock that. Black Panther is where it starts getting good. See Hulkling in there. Okay, so I can pretty easily move 6 up to my prestige. Hey, work. Yeah. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit. Because I've already got Dracula here. What does his Sig do again? So it's mostly just the bleed when in target matchups. So it doesn't do much. I don't think I'm willing to do that. I think Lumitrix and Bullseye both gain more. What does Lizard do? Okay, increasing the potency of retributions is pretty good. I don't think the block proficiency is super important. So how high does that scale? It's at 13% now, it goes up to 25%. So the retributions right now are 20%. That means they go as high as 25%, and I've got them at... What is that? 21, 22. It's not a lot of benefit. Oh, nice, Elijah. That's great. I like Anti-Venom a lot. Just not a prestige move. I do really like Lumitrix. That might be the good short-term move. Just since they're already up. Yeah, it drops off a cliff here. Where am I already at for him? That definitely makes it easier. Yeah, I'll do that, because that's... We're going to have a pretty big head start there on it, taking him to 200. Oops, that was dumb. Oh, no, wait, that was correct. I have heard a report of that, Arun. I haven't really been able to look into it yet. It's... The code in raids is complicated. I really thought we fixed this, though. So I guess that's... I'll look at that tomorrow. Yeah, that can be the first thing I do. Where'd he go? There he went. Yeah, we got the cats. Let's do it. That almost pulls out of my all my tier 7 basic out of overflow, so that's pretty healthy. Cool. It's another 23 points on top of the 120 I did earlier today. Yeah, that helps. There he is. Lizard is ascendable, so it'd at least be good in that sense to max him out. Just feels silly in a lot of ways, you know? Where's Maker again? Not that high. Yeah, below everybody we just talked about, so that's not really worth it. Zola is depressingly low. His SIG actually scales well. Alright, we'll leave this for now. Okay, I'll go ahead and start. Hey, Joey, good evening. Think of all the rank ups. That's kind of the funny thing, Kat. You did just... You probably caught the tail end of me taking Zemo up. There he is, number 7 in my roster. But everybody in my prestige is Sig 200. Which is... I don't mean that just to flex, because there are quite a few people that's true of these days. But, like... I have several champions that are Sig 200 that are no longer in my prestige. Like Longshot, Angela, Super Scroll, and soon some of these others. And so, like, it's kind of difficult for me to meaningfully increase my prestige from here. I gained almost 200, or I gained like 150 points today. Very happy with that. But I gained 150 points for spending like 506. And doing a rank 4. And I don't think it's worth me trying to min-max it and wait later in the month for, like, maybe I squeeze another 40 points out of it. That's fair enough, Elijah. Yeah, as you saw, Tigra's still in my prestige, but it will not be long. Okay. Mutant. It's one where we want to knock him down a bunch. That seems simple enough. Probably just use the shiny new Nimrod. Not literally shiny, but that's fine. Oh wow, YouTube is behind. Because I just looked up and I saw a whole bunch of chat after that. I was like, it's kind of weird that nobody's responded for a little bit. And then I was like, nope, people have. YouTube's just being weird. Don't ask me stuff like that, I too. Just don't do it. No, you do not have to pass a threshold work. It's all incremental. Those are just examples. I missed the table read for this one, so I will be reading the dialogue. Wild New York has been set loose. That's great. And I figured you were a cat. It's okay. Yeah, it's actually possible to do EQ without making your blood pressure worse, Klops. It's a really neat trick. Did it all on day one like old times anyway. Yeah, I imagine if you're not at 30 Sig 200 champions, you're darn close, so I'm sure you're fine. Oops. No, I want to read the dialogue. Okay, I'm gonna waste the energy. This is silly. Because if I skip, it skips all of it, right? Give me a dialogue codex. I want to be able to read it later. It doesn't actually exist, right? Oh, that. No, I did know that. I just forgot about it, but thank you. I forgot that I hadn't traveled over another node in between. Okay, cool. Thanks for the reminder. Love the alliteration. Mech-suited media mogul and a sinisterly scaled and scowling supervillain. Plagiarized from a kid's book. Ugh. I know Sauron was mentioned in The Hobbit, so that's technically true. But that's lightly triggering. Some people put on more voices than others, but the short answer is yes. Oh yeah, I gotta get the bug fix for Laura out this week too. Hearing Honeydew voice Isophene and Mimic voice Imperiosa for the December EQ was an absolute treat. I gotta say. Who says Dust needs to ramp? I definitely did a bit of a voice for the Dracula month, because I was the one reading for him. That was very fun. I haven't seen that call out before. Disguise busted? Did you voice him like Count Chocula? Definitely not. It's fun, clubs. I'm not thrilled to advocate for. Oh, I read that with the wrong voice. That was definitely more Jonas. There are a lot of ways in which Ghost is less problematic these days, Gabriel. The stacking Furies in her Sig are still completely stupid. So, I'm still voting no. Namor's a fun one, Clubs. I like that. Counselor Brown, please be seated. That was very rude, Carol. Yeah, Ghost isn't super important in Battlegrounds, but the annoying thing about Ghost is that the things she can take in Battlegrounds are almost completely outside what her class should be doing. So it's like she's busted in ways that are not helpful, if that makes sense. They are a horror from beyond the stars that terrorize all who dwell within the battle realm. That is a good way to describe the summoner within the mythos. And also Wong had Bestie TV bitch time schedule. So here we are. I love that. Yep, Nimrod's still dumb. More at 11. That's what the plot is revealed. This is excellent. Snoron is such a great J. Jonah Jameson line. Oh, whoops. Alright. Which one is this? Cool. The skill evade one, and then hit monkey. That sounds like a good one for Danny. Have I not taken her to rank 3 yet? I mean, it's going to be totally fine for Classic, but I need to do that at some point. I don't even want to hit the skip button just because I don't want to get in the habit. I'm done with this run. Are you guys getting the music? Not really, but I know it's technically on. Oh, we fixed that. Was that not until the February one? Yeah, the game music. Dang it. Alright. Thank you for the reminder earlier, clubs. That's excellent, calling out the new look on Strange. Cool. That works for me. Whoop! That was very nice. Stacks, because if you read Invade, Gabriel, um, Invade says that it grants extra attack and block penetration, right? So block penetration isn't supposed to increase damage if the opponent's block proficiency is already zeroed out. And I believe Imperios's Pierce is large enough to do that. And similarly, extra attack is going to be additive with her very large Fury. So I forget how much attack it is, but let's say... oh, yeah, it is 300%. Cool, I remember that one. But like 300% attack on top of her... I forget what it is. Let's say like 200%. Is just going to double her effective attack, whereas with somebody else, it might quadruple it. That's one of the reasons you're seeing that. Nice trick. Whoa! Did I miss Limber or something, or was I just really that slow? No, I was really that slow. Okay. Yeah, it's the same reason why, like, somebody like Hulkling, or Odin, or Serpent, like, Cosmics and Science Champions in general tend to be significantly worse with something like Power Shield, because Power Shield is also an attack increase, and those classes have so many Furies that the Power Shield just doesn't boost them as much. It's a large reason why we made that alternate node that does like a daunted, what you call it? During specials, because that allowed us to more evenly boost more champions, if that makes sense. Trinity. I'm sorry. I'm chuckling, Gabriel, because I know you're asking the question sincerely, but like Power Shield is attack rating, right? So special damage doesn't get boosted. Base damage doesn't get boosted, but Lizard's attack rating does go up during specials, right? And I believe... Let me pull that up real quick, because I know that's the main question you're asking. I believe that the burst of damage he does includes his attack in the calculation. And if I'm right there, then yes, Lizard will benefit. Sorry to be annoying. The precise language on this actually does matter quite a bit. Special 2, blah 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 blah. Damage. No. Actually, I don't think it does. Yeah, it's literally setting... It's setting the cap on start. And then the damage is based on that. So he'll ramp his towards his max boost more quickly during the or with the special one because he'll have extra attack there. Any ruptures he applies during the specials will be stronger. But the burst won't benefit from power shield. You generally want to, like, the biggest thing, Shu, for raids is if you see, like, you always go in once because the first person has to ramp, right? But then if you're ever trying to figure out after that first one, if you should be fighting right now in raids, the question is, do you see any of the icon for your charge? If there are any left for your charge, then yes, you can go in, do real damage, and all of that. If you've run out of that one, that's when you bug your teammates and ask them to go play. Hey, Jason, how's it going, man? New boss counters in this EQ. What exactly are you struggling with in this one? Because I forget. I know there are counters, but it's been a while since I playtested them, like a few months. And I haven't gotten to them just yet. Let's see. You mean Spider Slayer? I think he's good. He's fun. There's a lot going on. I like Mojo, therefore I like Tech Mojo. What? Oh, extra ability accuracy. That's really rude. No, I need to intentionally eat a heavy. I said I need to intentionally eat a heavy. Thank you. Now bait out a special. Oh, but then he's gonna mess with my ability accuracy? Yeah. Okay. I should have used one of the hard counters like a Koya here. My bad. Oh, and now he's back to this because I hit him and then he threw a special, of course. This frickin' guy. There we go, that's what I was trying to do. Excuse me. Yeah, JJ is a little weird, and his animations are odd. Don't hit block unless you can't miss or falter immune. Yeah, and even then, you should be very careful hitting block unless you have some way to deal with the ability accuracy thing, or just don't care about it. You're making this mistake right now because I wouldn't have remembered. No problem. I am here to serve. Oh yeah, should have knocked him down before this. I forgot. Here, boy. Okay. Woo! I know this is only a rank 2, but I was really hoping for a crit in there. Alright, he's got vigilance, so be nice. The partial hit monkey special 2 decks. I was being very careful there. C business class. It's a cute Spider-Man joke. Cool. Science, knocking down, power sting, slow, taunt, weak. It's moderately annoying. I think somebody like Shuri would cook him pretty quickly. Is my Shuri rank 3? Yes. Okay, cool. Makes sense. Hello. Thank you. Science. Can't quite do this only with my own children yet. I like Danny a lot, yeah. Like, she would have been a lot more impressive in that fight if I had, taken her to rank 3 first. That's okay. Use the gladiator. I'm not really a gladiator player. I know he's good. It's not a shot at him. Not really my thing. I'll always hate Torch's special one. It's not that hard, I'm just bad at it. I love that he explained the spin. Now try using just your kids in the tech quest. Listen, cat. I'm doing my best. Yeah, I'll take Danny up at some point. Like, I just enjoy the character, and then the prestige is good. It's gonna happen. I need to give Photon a synergy where she gains a charge for carrying specials or something. Claiming the SIGs crashed both accounts. That's funny because it probably wasn't just the SIGs, it's probably that on both of your accounts, your inventory is just so incredibly full that it's like, please, sir, I don't want to go to the back of the warehouse. Hey, Cyber. Yeah, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Does he get physical resistance? Yes, he does. Okay. I thought I remembered that. That doesn't look right. Ah. 1 second. I'm gonna have to look at that tomorrow, because I don't know what the heck that was, but it wasn't right. Didn't look like her energy vulns were counting down at all. remember somebody saying something about that, but that makes no sense. Hey, Kurt, how's it going, man? Excuse me. A lumber-launching feather defender leaps from the foliage. I think I might have gone flies from the foliage on this one. That's good. Yeah, I should have done this the first time. Wait, profession. Just remember you'd have the weakness. Didn't even get to see the acid burn. PPC tips. Excellent. Cool, bro. Bye-bye. I know Sherry's not setting any records anymore, but man, when she works, she's so freaking strong. That's great. That's so good. All right. Tech. All right, we're into the last one here. Cool. Just parry him a bunch. Get him to throw specials. Well, that's rather annoying. Okay, so we just deal with his specials. He's not immune to ability accuracy reduction. I'm just going to use Luke. I don't know what you're talking about, Freaky, but welcome. Hey, it's going. Quick question. Is it predetermined who designs the Summoner's Choice champ, or do we wait to see who wins to decide? It is mostly predetermined, and that's simply because that's the necessities of our schedule, right? Because Summoner's Choice, I forget what month it comes out, but like I think precedent tells us pretty clearly it's somewhere in the August-September range, right? And as is clear, I've already been assigned a July champion, and like we've already started the art process. So like I needed to be assigned by now, because back before break we were already doing brainstorming and stuff. So basically, like Summoner's Choice is at the last possible second before the process has to start. And if we already are that far along, then that means other people need to be assigned their work, for the most part, around it already. And so, yeah, it's not hard assigned, but it is definitely going to be one of a couple people, because there just aren't other options. If that makes sense. It is one of those things where, like, there are sometimes people who are like, if this person wins, then I absolutely want to do it. Like, that kind of discussion still happens, but... No, not really, Jay, because sketching out a basic kit is actually a lot of work. Like, we do the thing that we do every year where, like, some people get together and they go, like, what do we feel like we can commit to for this particular character based on, like, where their class is right now and their lore? What do we feel like we can commit to? And we try to keep it as light as possible, right? And wherever we can, we try and use language that is more like, this is the kind of thing that would inspire us rather than this is the ability they will have. Because the more that y'all feel like we committed to, the harder it is for us to make the decisions during the design process that we need to make. Yeah. That's kind of the main thing. There will be those blurbs. Those blurbs are genuine, but we try to keep it as lightweight as possible. The 11th anniversary trailer was awesome. Hey, Sans, how's it going? Alright, no more ramping. I do want to build a Summoner's Choice one of these years. Hasn't lined up yet. It'd be a fun time. Ouch. Whoops, that was my fault. I definitely should have seen that coming with the massive freaking energize that he has, but thank you for the burst. Yeah, exactly. My choices for these things usually don't win anyway. Who else have I wanted in the past that's lost? I really, really hate the AI searches. Crystal's another one for sure. Prowler did eventually show up, and I would have loved to design Prowler, but he was too close after Kate. I did get Kushala. She lost to Quicksilver, but came back. Let's see. Who did I vote for last year? Or no, 2024 is I think what I'm thinking of. What was this year? Oh yeah, Mr. Knight. That's right. Okay, so 2 years ago, Black Tarantula was the one I wanted. That's right. And then Shothra won, and I voted for Ruby Thursday at some point because I thought that was fun. And Blue Marvel was a vote, yeah, because that was the year that Okoye was also in it, who I also liked. Obviously, she ended up coming out. Ah, and then there was the one with White Tiger was the one I wanted to win when Gladiator did. That was a fun year. And White Tiger was another one that I would have wanted to design. Didn't end up working out, but obviously she's great. And we did get Bullseye, Gladiator, Spider-Punk out of that. We still don't have Deathlock, Marrow, Echo, or Sunfire. Summoner's choices are fun. So I guess out of the ones that have come so far, the characters that I would like to build in the future if they ever come back be like Ruby Thursday. It's a short wiki page, but there's some wild stuff in there. She'd be fun to build. Black Tarantula, Crystal. Sunfire might be fun as another mutant. Deathlock would definitely be fun. Like a weird zombie tech. Armor would be fun. Alright, I'm closing this. I've spent long enough without y'all being able to see it, but yeah. Interesting trip down memory lane. But I guess you asked the question after I changed tabs, Jaden, so it was totally justified. I was dumb. I should have let the degens tick longer. They would have done more damage than this. Don't ask me stuff that isn't announced, Mark. Or if it is announced, I don't know, because I try not to keep track of live op stuff. Still can't believe Blob lost. Hubris has its price. I wasn't opposed to Blob, but that was... People were so confident that he was going to win and gave us so much beef. Because... Beef is not the word, but it's the PG one. For including him, because it was so obvious he was going to win, and we were so dumb for having him in there that I really enjoyed him losing. Never had a champ I wanted to win a vote. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had my first choice even make it to the finals. With a real cubic zirconia. I love that sentence. Oh. Amazing. Who won the blob year? Shothra. That was when Shothra won. Thanks, Double P. I'm really glad you're enjoying it. I am really happy with how he turned out. You can't ask me that question with the next... Actually, I want to clarify real quick. Weapon X, do you know that I work for Kabam? Hey, wish you luck. Happy New Year's. Probably not on the 7-star arena, honestly. I definitely understand where you're coming from, and I don't want to speak too much for the economy team, but, like, arena is just not really a method of acquiring champs that has aged particularly well. Is, I think, that's the fairest thing to say. Work and Elijah are also not incorrect. Ah! He's so annoyingly quick. Yes, that's why I asked. Yeah, then don't ask me that stuff, bro. Because then what you're doing is basically like, hey, DLL, I know that this information is under wraps, but would you mind breaking your NDA for us? Publicly? While it's being recorded? What are you trying to do, man? It's acts of aggression, or acts of mindless aggression to charge crystals that can fly. Amazing. Oh, yeah. No, Morbius literally messes with the time dilation on his dash. Not a fan of that particular decision. Oh, you jerk. That's fine, this will just do a bunch of damage. That was weird. Was he doing his, like, heavy charge animation after the special 3? 1 second. I guess I'm reporting another replay file. Just trying to get blackmail material for me. I imagine so, Elijah. Oh, that's right, we have 3 bosses, so that was the 4th quest. As a resource hoarder, I'm a bit overwhelmed. I still wish that we hadn't done them, at least not to that degree, but yeah, I think overwhelmed is a fair response. Okay, I'll look at that in a minute. Mystics. Use a mutant. Probably gentle. Gentle feels logical there. Cool. No! Luke Sig also gives him block proficiency. Yeah. I'm sure they were appreciated work. Yeah, Gentle's a good choice. Honestly, it is probably funny. Yup. Jesus. That makes sense, Jason. Star-Lord is not really much of a defender. So mean. That's not very nice. That's really funny that you're asking me that, Neos, because I actually asked that same exact question not long ago, but I don't think I can share the answer. I think they were less concerned with the classic EQ and more concerned with the 70k shock sense. Ah, right. Proxima's good old 300%. No, I get you, Neos. I was excited because there was a post on Reddit where somebody was asking about like what's your favorite character that's like a really weird subset of people. Well, right? Like um one of the examples that came up was Miguel O'Hara because he is the I don't want to get this part right. I think the Miguel part is literally Mexican, not just generic Hispanic, so I want to be specific. So I think Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, is Mexican Irish. Night, Jason. Take care. It's funny while I'm talking about Miguel. And so like he was one of the examples, and somebody else brought up one of the Big Hero 6 characters. Um, Fredzilla, who in the movies is white, but apparently in the comics is Ainu, which is like the indigenous people in northern Japan on the island of Hokkaido. And that was cool to me because I didn't know that the Ainu people existed all that long ago, but they feature fairly prominently in Ghost of Yote, which I played a lot of over the break, and so it was just kind of like serendipitous to see that. And so that's why I asked, because I was like, it would be cool to get this character. Not bad through 40% energy resist. Got Bastion and Shocker at rank 4 Sig 200. Should I awaken and rank up Nimrod as well? I feel like Nimrod's different enough from those that it probably does make sense. It means you don't really have any power drain. You don't have much in the way of armor up buffs. He's doing at least something for you. It's totally your first choice. That's so rude. I drag along my teenage freelance photo. That is so funny. And yeah, I do think if you rank Nimrod, you should absolutely be sigging up Nimrod. No question. Yeah, I'm just gonna use Jane here again. Omega would be annoying otherwise. Let's just see if this kills by itself. Nope. This is short. That was dumb. Yeah, not direct. Shocker does deal with prowess. He does have Invalidate, but otherwise, yeah. You're correct. Yeah, I don't know, Neos. I'm not sure how intentional it was, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I know it was intentional because then they revealed him as Jewish in the movies. But yeah, I can't explain it. Don't know what they were doing. I hate her stupid lights. Fair work. I really like Shocker. He was one of my first tech rank 4s. I know that him gaining charges with prowess is part of the SIG. I forget if him invalidating them is. Which would also explain your familiarity. The birds are out to get him. It's amazing. That's amazing. We didn't come here to fight. We came here to fight. Oh. Something about it just boils his blood. Oh. Tyler was in rare form this month. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, that's roughly how I thought that would go. Nice work, guys. Just full deck Silver Centurion Special 2 in the corner. I've never done that. Nice. And yeah, Bastion does a lot. Excuse me. Cosmic, unique buff, and then just hit Jonah. Power Shield, Limber. Power Drain. In twain! She split it in twain! Oh, I love that word. Off, off, off Broadway. Woof. Yeah, I like Omega Sentinel. Especially if you like her. She does quite a bit. Well, in that light, TC, this stream is obviously emotional propaganda to make you feel bad for not already having 30 Sig 200 rank 4s. Because then you don't really need to prestige max. Chop chop, buddy. I imagine Isophene sounding very imperious, but not particularly British myself. I don't mind her sounding British. Not necessarily less logical than her sounding American. Just community members doing their best without being paid. Okay, yeah, this is a fantastic way to set up J. Jonah being mad enough to fight us at the end. This is so good. They work. that you can't parry when the falter is up. Yeah, and that's just because, if I remember correctly, this particular falter node was pre-existing. Or maybe not. Yeah, I guess Faltering Mind was... Like, I remember Faltering Mind basically always being here, but I thought it was something else. I mean, of course the number's gonna still go up, or keep going up, Sans. I think I even told you. Don't chase it like it's a monolith. 2-bit children's party musician. That's so rude. I haven't taken my shoes off in this dimension. So good. Thanks, Ham. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Whoops. No, I knew you weren't talking about EQ, Sans. Well, that's the thing. Nobody's competitive enough to keep up. That's kind of part of the point of Prestige 30. That there is no perfect prestige that anybody should be chasing outside of maybe like 5, literally 5 players, right? A large part of the purpose of Prestige 30 is to make it so that you have more freedom. You don't have to chase the top 30. You can pick from among them, and that's good for moving in that direction, but you shouldn't feel like you need to curate exactly the top 30. Each one matters less than it used to, so if somebody is 45 or something, that's totally okay. It's not really hurting you. No, I don't think I'm mad, Cyber, when people ask about 7-star Quake, ironically, so much as I'm just a little fatigued and a little disappointed. Like, I don't know how to explain to people a problem that obvious. Yeah, like, they're often very close to each other. The difference between, like, literally number 30 and 45 or 50 to your overall prestige, it might make a difference of, like, 1 or 2 points. And if you're in literally the number 1 AQ alliance, then maybe that 1 point matters. For anyone else, it doesn't. Just wish I had a photographer on hand. That's great. That's like the 4th time he's mentioned. Their work whilst underpaying them. That one's not on me. Yeah, the prestige race used to be more important and tighter and also slower, so work is right. The small points mattered. But the other thing is that like 20 or 30 points used to matter more also because we were talking about 20 or 30 points between like 6,010 and 6,040, right? Now it's like 16,010 and 16,040, and that's just not going to matter as much. The numbers are higher than that. So I should have said like 36,000, but you get it, right? I feel like this would be fun with scroll. Nope, forgot about the laser. Lore reason for the rebuilds. Why don't you read the lore, TC? There was a nice little nod to them today. Or this, yeah, today for me. This month for people in general. I'm sorry to hear that, Sans. Prestige is something that, like, top alliances do need to pay attention to. Like, for SSX, we ideally would want somebody new coming in to be as close to our average as possible or higher. But that's not necessarily because, like, it's not the be-all, end-all, right? We're not actively chasing top 20, but you have to care about prestige, or suddenly that's fine, we're comfortable with 24, 25 turns into, oops, now we're 29, oops, now we're 34, and then you've lost rewards every single week forever, right? So that's why prestige matters, but it's not as critical as it used to be. All right, fine, we'll call it a draw. Very Black Knight, excellent. He's absolutely hilarious, and I want him to shout more things at us. That's so good. Oh, hello, Miguel. Tried using Hulkling against JJJ in Classic, and boy, was it a bad time. That is actually incredible news. Not because he's supposed to, like, absolutely hard counter Hulkling or anything, but that was one of the things, bluntly, that we wanted from him. To not be comfortable for Teddy. So, sorry you found out that way. I'll grab these, and then before I turn off the stream, I'll go ahead and head into raids, play a little bit. I'm gonna try out Dracula this week. Y'all are welcome to chill, but that is probably the last thing I'm doing today. It was blatantly obvious in that fight, I'm sure it was. I'm over here. I guess nobody has joined yet. I'll go ahead and do this. Did we turn off Spiney's evade for this? I guess no, we did not. Okay, well. Kind of off. Want to use Dracula, though, for the later fights. Whatever, I'll deal. Man, we do not get the raid tokens we used to. That was kind of expensive. Why not use the swap node? Because I forget they exist, bluntly. Oh, right. Okay, so we can get Pursuit. Duh. I should have seen that coming. I didn't realize it was actually kind of difficult to dex with Dracula. Didn't notice this in the solo raids. Okay, there we go. Fuck you, jerk. Reapply with the placebos. We've got the pursuit now. We've moved him away from the corner. I don't know why I did that. That was very dumb. No! I swear I blocked there. Alright, how much do we ramp? Not a lot. I'll do one more and then I'll let somebody else do this. Hey, Snoop, how's it going? Yeah, this isn't exactly peak Dracula gameplay, but like... Oh, you jerk. That pursuit was too short. Triggering decks with him is tough. Not a fan of that. Ugh. And then I'm not at the right distances for the decks. That's fine. We'll get through this. The others will be better. I can do one more to finish ramping that. Wait, no, there's no tactician charges. I'll let somebody else do it. Yeah, because I don't want to be doing no damage. I want to be doing 50,000 degen per tick and accelerating it. Yeah, the biggest thing once you get into Alliance is just like the higher level stuff. Like the penance is annoying. It is very, very annoying. But you don't really have to understand all of it, is my take. Like you'll figure out things like while the inexorable is up, blocking hurts, right? Generally, stuns are harder while this stuff is up. You'll figure out those bits, but for the most part, it's just stay on top of your prompts or bad things happen. We could definitely do some more consolidation of raids, but that's kind of my rough advice. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out. It was good to stream. It had been a bit. I've got the account tour recorded. I just need to edit it, so hopefully that comes out sometime this week. But until then, take care, everybody. Have a good one.